what's up YouTube? How are you doing? Volatility on the chart, right? Very nice.
I don't know what you
Okay.
want. Let's have a bit of fun.
Okay. What's up, YouTube? How are you doing? Bit of volatility on the chart and rejecting beautifully at the daily naked point of control 70k. Interesting move, pretty much out of nowhere. I don't know. We of course have the ETF stuff and whatever with ETH. I don't know what the status is or when it comes out, but exactly, might be related in one way or another. Of course, bearish scenario is continuation, bullish scenario is a diagonal. Wave 2 and up pretty much, but we're going to observe the waves. We're going to of course do some Elliott Wave analysis as we always do in the live streams. I'm going to start probably on the daily time frame, move down into the 15-minute time frame, and then we go into chatting and Q&A. That might happen if you use banned words by YouTube. Or sometimes words that scammers use a lot. Those are words that I tend to ban as well. But those are words that are usually rarely used. So might be some of those words. But what's up, everyone? Kevin Flotty, what's up? Big drop in a matter of seconds. Yup, Mendo Tav, how you doing? Bina, welcome. 212 money. Where's the N, yo? I'm doing very well, thank you. I might actually very spontaneously have to go to the Maldives tomorrow. Like I got the message an hour before stream, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I might be gone there. I will continue to upload, by the way, because I'll take my laptop and everything with, but I might have to go there. So we'll see how that goes. Nothing is confirmed yet, but I did get the message. So, Rostem, how you doing? Errol, welcome. Mateus, good to have you here. Craig, Ben, Hike. The move potentially came. ETF, imagine fake news. Again, someone on that news platform that, like the intern, remember the intern with the Bitcoin ETF? Yo, Jen, how you doing? Jen, how's the education been? How's the progress been with regards to Elliott Waves, the videos and stuff? I'm curious. Thanks for your comment, by the way. Samuel, welcome. Good to have you here for some reason. Yeah, so that answered this one. Austin, welcome. Good to have you here. Lawmakers have written a letter to the chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler. I see. I have no idea what, but didn't see anything confirmed. What's up, GP? How you doing? How you doing? Jayeno Eduardo, welcome. Lucifer, good to have you here as well. Alexis, where is your channel cap? Yo! Yeah, it's right here. It's right here. Yeah. No? I got it. Yeah. Yeah. I have it with me. But I had my black cap for a bit, but and the other caps still have to be sent. So, yo, Bettina, how you doing? John, what's up? Much to learn, but making good progress. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, it's a lot of information, even in a short video like the running flat video. It's 3 minutes long, but it is a lot of info. Samuel, could that drop be a start of a wave 3 and a 1-to-1 scenario from this morning? Has potential, yes. Of course, there's always a bullish and bearish scenario, which we will cover. We did hit the 886 from this low to that high, though, reducing probabilities for a diagonal up in a 2 and up we go. But we'll analyze the chart. Dara, Andy, welcome. Paramis, how you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a great morning so far. Very patient morning, not gonna lie. Particles of time, always fun to have volatility, absolutely. So yeah, it's been a great morning. I made a video about a running flat, a regular flat. I'm currently working on a video with regards to a regular triangle as well. So you can see the folders here: regular flat, running flat, expanding flat, triple zigzag, all that stuff. So yeah, I've been working on this, and also trading wise, very patient with regards to a potential short, which I did get over here after I saw 3-minute bearish CVD divergences, because we had bullish CVDs moving up here. So I wasn't interested in going short here. And I was looking for the daily naked point of control at 70K or 71K. And once we found resistance, right? This is this what you're looking at now is this price action, but then on the 3-minute time frame. And price ranged here for a little bit, moved down, and then we got this red candle here, which was a red candle, but CVD moved up. And then here once again we had a lower high, but on yellow a higher high. So this was the place where I then entered. And stop loss is break even, and well, we'll see what happens now. I mean, it was planned, so you know, just follow the plan. So pretty much this is the plan shared in the Koen setups. Huh? 2 areas of interest. See what happens. To both daily naked point of controls. I was very patient, mentioned it here as well at 1:10 I'm like, still got bullish CVD, yeah, acting patiently. It's not a signals channel, so I don't say if I enter or when I enter or that sort of stuff, but now live I can explain why I did enter there. So yeah, okay, what we're going to do in this video is Elliott Wave analysis. Start on the daily time frame, moving down into the 15-minute time frame daily for our 1 hour 15-minute time frame. Should take around 15 minutes, and then we go into chatting and a Q&A. All right, so I will be answering all of your questions for the time that I'm live, of course. Locally, yeah, interesting price action. We're gonna cover this once we get to the lower time frames. So let's just start. The quicker we start, or the earlier we start, the quicker we start. We're done with the analysis, and we can observe what price is gonna do locally as well. Woo killed Biddy. I know, right? I'm Anatia. I hope you're doing well. The energy on gold are very helpful and simplified many things. Great to hear, Ayman. How are you doing with your Elliott Wave theory? It's good to see that all of you make use of the videos, the content, and learn Elliott Waves. Love to see it. Adam, good morning. Suhail, what's up? Alex, yeah, that's a good question. Probably someone in chat knows, because I don't know. The Dusty Hunt, good to have you here as well. Let's start. There will be a bit of overlap with the video that I posted this morning, but locally, a few little things have changed with the move to the downside. But let's cover the stuff, right? Let's cover it. So we are at minute 13. 1 second, I want to wait till 13:30 and then actually start. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, daily time frame bearish scenario is the zigzag here to the downside, A, B, C, a 3-wave corrective structure, after which we expect continuation to the upside. Wave A here is a leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And in wave B, we're looking for 3-wave corrective structures. The 886 is still a target for a wave B taken from the high to the low of A. Wave C should move below wave A at 56.5K, and it is an impulse to the downside. Invalidation is taking out the high at 73.8K. On the 4-hour time frame inside wave B, we're then looking for a 3-wave move, right? Either in an ABC simple zigzag or somehow some WXY shenanigans. And I mentioned the WXY because we had some 886 touches here at the low, as well as here for a wave 2 as well. So yeah, there might be some sort of a WXY in here, but an ABC is more simplistic. Common target area for C as well as Y, though, is the 1 to the 1.236 trend-based fib extension from the low to the high to the low for a 3-wave structure. And this is where we are ranging at the moment, right? Now, on the 15-minute time frame, yesterday price action was very confusing in the range, but the only thing that was quite clear was this structure here, right? We had a bit of a diagonal, right? Then a move down and then a move up. So the potential here for an A, B, C. And then we got this structure here, which definitely looked impulsive on the lower time frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move, right? We then have to decide as an analyst, right? We have to figure out, is this a wave A, C, or 1? If we do count this an impulse, A, C, or 1. You don't have any other option in this particular case. Now, if this is a wave C, right, it needs to be part of a flat, because in a zigzag, you're looking for an A, B, C, but you don't have your A, neither do you have your B here. So you have to think about flat structures, which means either A, B, C, expanding flat, or A, B, C, running flat, because C didn't take the low of A. But then when we look at B, this here looks like a zigzag, diagonal in A, corrective structure in B, 5-wave move up in a wave is C. So therefore, I would prefer to label this A, B, C like this, which is a running flat. And a running flat is the rarest flat structure. So probabilities would be higher for an A or a 1. And that has an impact on the probabilities of the scenarios that you are going to see right now. So the most bearish scenario, we're going to talk about probabilities at the end, right? So it's first going through scenarios, then we talk probabilities, what has the highest probability, okay? So the most bearish scenario is a double 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yet to come in blue, and inside the blue wave 3 we have the white count. 1, counting this impulse down as a 1, then you have 2, and you look down for a wave 3, right? Common target area for your wave 2 is between the 05 and the 786, taken from the high to the low of your 1, 05 has been touched. With regards to this wave 2 again, the 05 to the 786, your common target area from the high of the low of your wave 1, where in particular the daily naked point of control is an area of interest at 70k, which is pretty much the it's actually not the only area of resistance, but it is the strongest area of resistance. Above the daily naked point of control, your other resistance is this order block here. And that order block is between 70.1 and 70.3k, which is a 15-minute order block here before you then move to the downside. So that is a second area of resistance, but the first area, and for me the most interesting, is the daily naked point of control at 70k. Now after a double 1, 2, you of course then want to see a very impulsive wave 3 to the downside, right? So that is something that we don't see just yet. We're waiting. Of course, we have some volatility, right? But for this wave 3, you want to see strong continuation to the downside, no? Now with regards to support, we have support down here, the blue box between 66.1 and 67.1k. Above price though, above the order block that I just mentioned, we have this box 70.8 to 71.1k. Your second scenario, but has lower probabilities, and the reason this one has lower probabilities is because now we count this as a wave C, not a wave 1 or a wave A. And as explained, this being a wave C has lower probabilities because running flat, and a running flat is rare, right? But it is something we keep in mind. 1, bigger 2, and then 3 in the bearish scenario, right? In this case, your 2 has to be some sort of a complex structure, WXY, move towards the highs, and then eventually move down in a wave 3. Something to note is that we hit the 886, right? If this is the low and you would move impulsively to the upside to new highs, 1, 2, eventually move up, the 886 is a rare target for a wave 2, common target for a wave B or a wave X, increasing the probabilities to sooner or later take the lows. Right? Now besides the 886 here, we now also touched the 886 here. Right? So if this would be the low, right, and we are counting a 1, 2 continuation up in a wave 3, then your wave 2 has now hit the 886. Rare target for 2, common for B or X, increasing probabilities. Any move coming off the 886 is a C or Y, increasing probabilities to sooner or later take the lows, right? The only way one would potentially make this bullish at the moment would be some sort of a diagonal here, but That is something we can look at later. Probability wise though, we touched the 886 twice, once here, once there. In the end, probabilities is all we can trade and look at, but the probabilities generally would be higher to sooner or later take that low. Your bullish scenario on the 4-hour time frame is a simple impulsive structure here, where we have our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we look for a wave 5 to the upside. Now, I had another discussion. I was talking to Vlad. So Vlad wrote a comment, and his comment was absolutely valid, where he shared his thoughts about an impulse to the upside. And I fully agreed with what he said as well. And some of the points that he also mentioned and some of my points are in this box. So what you're looking for here is a 5-wave structure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an impulse to the upside. Your wave 3, the only rule for a wave 3 is that it is not allowed to be the shortest wave, right? In an impulse, it has to be longer than either wave 1 or wave 5. Well, it is longer than wave 1 because it passed the 1-to-1 trend-based fib, because it hit the 1.236. Okay, we can check off, we can check that rule. However, in an impulsive structure, wave 3 most commonly is your longest, strongest, most impulsive wave. And a common minimum target for the wave 3, for a wave 3, is the 1.618, which is here. We didn't hit it, right? So wave 3 didn't hit the 1.618 before starting to range for a bigger wave 4. We are ranging below the 1.236, which is a common target for a corrective structure. That's something we have to keep in mind. All right, so price is ranging in the common target area for a wave C or a wave Y at the moment. A double 1-2 for wave 3, it's this section over here that I'm talking about here. So a double 1-2 for wave 3 is a bit awkward, as the second 1-2 is a lot bigger. Now what I mean with this, and that it is possible, but it is a little awkward. You have your 1-2 here, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Finishing your blue 3. So your second wave 1 is bigger in price, not in time, compared to your blue wave 1. And your second wave 2 here is longer in price and time compared to your wave 2 in blue. Now the reason that is interesting is because this 1-2 is a lower degree Elliott Wave 1-2 compared to your blue count. Blue is the higher degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in blue, and inside wave 3 we have this subdegree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Preferably a subdegree 1-2 is shorter in time and price. In this case, that is not the case. Yeah. Big bearish CVDs at the highs. I'll show that in a second, and we don't have too much support below the low over here. The next area of support is between the 382 and the 05 in the bullish scenario. So it's not that the bullish scenario is invalidated, but all of these points do have impact on the probabilities for the bullish scenario. Now your common target area for your wave 4 is between the 236 and the 05, taken from the low of 2 to the high of 3, 69.2, 66k. Invalidation touching the high of this wave 1, because a wave 1 and a wave 4 should not overlap in a normal impulsive structure, right? Preferably this wave 4 is longer in time than wave 2, that is most common, therefore ending after the 1-to-1 fib time on my chart, which is taken from the start to the end of 2 to the end of 3, which is sitting on Saturday the 25th of May at 10 a.m. On the lower time frames, your bullish scenario, WXY, double zigzag. In this case, we are counting this structure down as a wave A. Zigzag in W, complex structure in X, and then another A, B, and a wave C to the downside in your wave Y. Common target area for B, 05 to the 886, taken from the high to the low of your wave A, 69.9K to 70.5K. Right. And then eventually after wave C, we expect price to return towards the upside. Your second bullish scenario, and you will notice that this actually the structures that we're looking for is very similar between bullish and bearish scenario. I'll show it in a second to compare them for you. But here we have WXY. Right, so complex structure in X, moving down in Y, potentially hitting the resistance at a higher spot, and then move down in Y. So the price movement between the bearish and the bullish scenarios on the 15-minute time frame is actually very similar. I'll show it in a second. Most bullish scenario is a finished WXY, not the highest probabilities for several reasons, right? First of all, inside wave Y, we're looking for then a zigzag ABC. Wave C only hit the 0.618 target, taken from the high to the low of A to the high of B, which is a rare target for a wave C. Secondly, on the lower time frames, I can't deny this looks a bit like a 3-wave structure instead of a 5-wave structure, while a wave C, of course, has to be a 5-wave move. And if that is your low, we touch the 886 here and we touch the 886 here. And as explained, the 886 is rare for a wave 2, common for a B or an X, increasing probabilities to sooner or later take the low. So we can't give, from an Elliott Wave point of view, the highest probabilities to this being the low and bullish continuation to new highs. Not at the moment with the information that we have. It's too early, right? Now, to show you the similarities between the bullish scenarios I've shown on the 15 and the bearish one, let me open the scenarios. One second. It looks a little blurry here actually, but hopefully you can see it. So there we go, and there you go. Okay. So these are the pictures, right? This is the bearish scenario, the double 1-2, where you expect 2 daily negative point control hit and then move towards the downside. But as you can see, you expect a move down, but then you expect continuation in the bearish scenario. In a bullish scenario, in a WXY double zigzag with an A, B, C, and Y, you also expect price to move down, but then find support and move up. That's the difference, right? The difference is after you take the low, are we going to find support, right? Is price going to find support and start ranging? The longer price is ranging, right, the more bullish it is. That's the difference. But as you can see, similarities in price action is it's very similar. Move up for 2B and then move down in 3. Move up in wave 2, down in 3. Move up in B, down in C. Once you get the move down, we'll wait and see, right? What price wants to give us. In that other scenario, lower probabilities, but still good to know about, you have your 1, 2, 3 with inside 2 a complex structure, WXY, which is very similar to WXY, right? Where then you move up for X and then you move down for Y and then you continue. So the price action between the scenarios is very similar, even though the probabilities are higher for that first scenario in both cases. So either go down in 3 or go down in C. That is because we touched 886 over here, right? 2 886s and probabilities are higher. This is a wave A or a wave 1 compared to this being a wave C, as explained. With regards to the CVD divergences, bearish CVDs here, both on blue and yellow. I'll show it in a second. And also bearish CVDs here. Bullish CVDs here. And all of this has played out. Zooming out. So here you can see, this is quite a big divergence. Lower high on price, look at yellow. Higher high on yellow. But also on blue. Lower high in price, higher high on blue. Bearish CVD divergence. Now this played out because price moved to the downside. And then over here, lower high on price, but still on yellow, you're still so high, right? It's not that CVD really moved to the downside that much. You still got that big bearish CVD divergence going on. Lower high on price, higher high still. Locally though, we had bullish CVD as price was climbing. Higher low in price here, lower low on blue, right? Bullish CVD, target was this high, got taken. We had more bullish CVD divergences, higher low in price, but look at yellow, lower low on the CVD. Bullish CVD divergence, target, this high, got taken. This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this to play out. which I wrote in Discord in the Koens setups channel as well. Here. So far nothing happened, locally bullish CVDs, so acting patiently, observing price action at the identified levels of interest. Waiting. Bullish CVD, not interested in shorting in bullish CVD, right? And we moved up and hit the daily naked point of control here. Okay. Now currently, and on the 3-minute time frame, that was it. So we hit the daily naked point of control, and that is when we started to see some 3-minute bearish CVD divergences, which was quite interesting. Now at the moment here locally on the 3-minute, a bit of a range going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, maybe the start of an impulsive structure here. Right, 3-minute time frame. I prefer to wait for price to give us a little bit more information. Of course, if you zoom out now, you will see bullish CVD divergences, a higher low in price, a lower low on yellow. Right? Keeping in mind that we touched the 886. So this bullish CVD divergence is against an Elliott Wave probability signal, which is the 886, right? And 886 suggests sooner or later taking the low. Bullish CVD here, it's countering the 886. Besides, of course, having a bit of a trend to the downside, and the bearish CVD is already played out. But yeah, so I'm not too keen with also a high volume move to the downside here to look for longs at the moment. The probabilities haven't changed. So probabilities, I'm pretty much still the same as this morning. Where's my box? Oh, there it is. So on the 4-hour time frame, neutral. Quite boring, of course. However, the probabilities for the bullish scenario are seriously affected by the points that I mentioned. However, I prefer to keep an eye on local price action for the probabilities on the 4-hour, which means that if price eventually, highest probability at least, takes the low here of the range, we'll wait and see. Is this W, X, Y and up, right? Then we need a range. 112, we want to see a big drop. We'll find it out step by step, right? Price will show us what it wants to do. 15-minute time frame, take the low sooner or later. Got an 886 touch as well. Now we have 2 886 touches. So it increases the probabilities to at least sooner or later take that low, and then we'll take it from there. Generally, probabilities are high that the move to the downside is not yet finished, corrective or impulsive. On the 4-hour time frame, wait and see. If price takes the local lows, we'll take it from there and observe the reaction to see if on the 4-hour time frame we are looking at more bearish scenarios or like a big impulse down or bullish scenarios. If price can move impulsively on volume through resistance, which is at 71K, that is the moment where I might switch and be like, okay, no, we might continue to the upside. I'm going to switch bullish. Now the 71K resistance, right, is that blue box there with the daily naked point of control, 71K. Only if price moves up on a high amount of volume with some bullish CVDs as well, at least against resistance, would I switch to potentially bullish like long trades, right? I'm going to be looking for longs if that happens. But at the moment, I didn't. The only thing I was looking for was potential short positions. Right? And then observe what price does once we hit those levels. Because from an Elliott Wave point of view, the probabilities are higher to move down sooner or later, which might happen in the live stream today. So that is pretty much it with regards to the Elliott Wave scenarios, the probabilities as well. We are going to observe what price is going to do together. And see if there's going to be any clarity for the 4-hour. Yo, what's up, Tim? How you doing? Yo, Tim, hoe gaat het bedrijf, jongen? Hoe is het met die klant? So everyone, Tim Boerboom just started a company with another friend. So he's a real life friend of mine. And they got their first client. Afwachting van maatvoer. Okay. Whoa, what's up, Dow? How are you doing? Okay. Let's see if I missed anything in the meantime. Where were we? Steve S. Hello from Australia, other side of the world. Good evening in your case, I can imagine. I was also patient from short was filled. Better something than nothing, right? So better something than nothing. Got to be happy with the profits. Australia, man, I've never been there. Still on the card, on the bucket list. I mean, Holo Crypto, what's up? Crazy Potato, good morning. Joel Zuber, good morning as well, or good evening, or good afternoon. 1 second, gonna put this on my chart. Oh, there we go. Bonjour, Serega, Nero. Focusing on Bitcoin though, I do know ETH has. I mean, we can at least look at ETH because it's a special day. What is this? Binance. Let me go to the other chart I have. I'm not going to analyze ETH. I'm going to look at ETH because I don't have low time frame analysis. I only have high time frame analysis. Monthly gap low. Okay, so we apparently have some support here. Weekly, daily bearish. Did we touch the 886 now? No, we didn't. Definitely looks like an impulsive structure to the upside. It's interesting, no? Bitcoin moving down and ETH is moving up. Makes you wonder if there's going to be a sell the news type of scenario. That would be something. So we didn't touch the 886 yet. If we do, then you do expect sooner or later the high to be broken on ETH. No? Any move to the downside then has a higher probability of C or Y, increasing probabilities to sooner or later take the top. From an impulsive perspective, from a bearish perspective, this is an ABC, right? Extended C. Bullish perspective, 1, 2, 3. You want to see 4, 5. You're likely going to take the high. For a wave C, it is extended. But with all the new... Oh, actually, it hit the 2.618. Still a target for a wave C. It's very uncommon, but it definitely can happen. We have even seen the 3.618 on Bitcoin sometimes. So not impossible. Would be something if this is a very extended ABC on the daily. It's quite similar price action now. Okay, not longer. Yeah, so yeah, you do have the potential here for also a diagonal. Which would be your bearish scenario. A, finished, zigzag up, B, move down, C. That would be your typical sell the news. Pump in expectation of the news, get the news, maybe wick the high, touch the 886, and then boom. We do have some resistance, by the way, here, which is the order block on a daily time frame in confluence with the 886, which also means this is a daily level. Do we have anything else here? Weekly? Ah. Bless you. Weekly level here as well. Monthly? No. So yeah, I mean, ETH is quite clear, no? So bearish scenario, A, B, C, diagonal in your wave A, zigzag in your B and then C down. Wave C and the zigzag is extended. 2.618 is very uncommon, but it could be your typical sell the news event. We are at resistance at the moment here. So, yeah, wait and see now. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Range, 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 range. News comes out, push into the daily, grab the liquidity, and then down. That would be the bearish scenario. You're going to range till the news hits. You're going to wick the highs, hit the daily, hit the order block, and then move down. Typical swing failure pattern type of trade. Bullish scenario is simply continuation. I mean, it's going to be easy. Very quick move to the upside here. All right, so we have a gap here on the 6-hour chart. Let me see if we also have it on the 12. No, 6-hour best, 4-hour, 3, 6 hours. So we have the high of the gap at 3626. Can act as support the first time you hit it. If you're going to close candles in here, though, it increases the probabilities to fill the gap, which means you're going to give back pretty much all of the whole move to the upside. That's that on ETH, pretty much. That's it. So Bitcoin in the meantime moved down. Yeah. Local price action, just like on Bitcoin, local price action is gonna give us the info we need. So yeah, there you go. What's happening on BitT? There we go. Seems like I didn't have an alarm at the lows, but we took the low. Voila. Where were we? The timing of each corrective structure fits better in the first WXY double Z. Yeah, I agree. Or the double one too. Hasta la vista, Barbie. How you doing? Welcome. Good to have you here. Ooh, I'm falling behind here. Boobo. What do they do? Asking for a friend. Tim. You can answer the question of Dawe. He was answering, or the question was meant for you. What do you do? What's your company about? Finally started your own kinderboerderij. Koens, did you study psychology? No, I studied medicine, but I've always been fascinated by psychology, though. But I was a medical student, yes. Studying medicine at the University of Amsterdam. Doing that since over 20 years, you have a lot of cool journeys ahead. Yeah, there you go. Any advice? Stay strong, keep going, enjoy the ride. That's a nice one. I fully agree. Yeah, I mean, it has its benefits, it has its negatives, but most important for me, at least what I notice is I might earn, so especially, of course, when you study medicine, you become a doctor, you're in quite a high income bracket, not at the beginning as a starting doctor, but it increases quickly. So as an entrepreneur, your income might be, like, only money wise might be lower, but you do something you enjoy every day. And that for me was a lot more important. Nowadays, I've exceeded with my business, which is non-YouTube related, by the way. It's also speaking stuff. I've gone above it, but it's mainly doing something you enjoy and putting all your time and energy in this. And the days can be long, right? You wake up 7 a.m., bam, behind the PC, emails, pop, and then eventually at like 7, 8, 9 p.m. you're finished. And if you have a full-time job, which Tim still has, it's a starting business, it takes time before the ball starts rolling as well. But I wake up every day loving what I do, which is, in the beginning, it's tough. You're trying to start businesses besides your study, and you try to make things work, but you don't have much time. And it's, but eventually the moment you're able to, hey, I can live from the bit of money I'm making. You know, it's enough to pay my rent. It's enough to pay for my food. I mean, yeah, that's a great feeling. Low taken indeed. S&P kept up. Now retracing to fill the gap. Imagine, Tim, there might be a client here in the chat. Who knows? If anyone is looking for so 3D models, business designs, creating the 3D, specialized in plastic injection, together with Tim and Tim together. The drop is probably due to a statement from Gary against the question of the ETF. Yeah. It's nice to see some volatility on the chart. Not that we had anything short of volatility. I mean, this move down was very slow, though, but at least we got some action right now. Highest amount of volume in the recent candle to the downside from an Elliott Wave point of view. The recommendation is always to wait for a range to form. So as long as there's no range, we're going to look for lower. And the range, by the way, means on the 15-minute time frame, at least having a couple of hours of sideways price action. Oh, on Bybit it did hit the 886. I see. Yeah, correct, John. But always waiting for a range will give us most of the info. 4 p.m. New York. Yeah, I'm already in bed by that time probably. Oh no, wait, 4 p.m. Oh, that's later in the evening. Yeah, it's probably like what, 8 p.m. Central European time-ish? Is this the typical bull trap? There is definitely potential for the move towards the upside from 56 to be a bull trap, but we take it level by level, and I mean, probabilities played out. What can we say? You know, we were looking for lower, looking at the first area of resistance, the daily naked point of control. Saw the rejection here with 3-minute bearish CVD, and and the rest is we can't control it, but probabilities played out, and now that price moved down, we just wait and see till price is going to range. So we of course have the 4-hour bullish and bearish scenario, but it depends on how deep the move goes, right? When is price going to start the range? That is what's going to be most important. Where are we going to range? How deep are we going to go? What's the volume going to be? So we take it step by step, but all we know, there's not much support where price is now. You have a bit of a support resistance flip here at like 67.5, but I don't really have any horizontals. The first horizontal really is the daily naked point of control at 67. So yo, Rob, how you doing? Welcome. Rob, coming in from the US. Been on since the start, but we're watching the price action. That's good. There's a lot of price action today. This could go lower fast, or FS, yeah. Riaz Ahmad, love from Pakistan. Your TA is amazing. Are you leaning towards short-term bearish? Yes. As long as we don't get a range, we're going to look for lower. So currently price moving down, volume increasing. And we were already looking for lower, right? Past couple of days. So we touched the 886 here. We started to range, bearish CVD, probabilities higher to move down. Took the low, we moved down. That was step one. Then this range was like this, was complex till we got this move down, which provided more clarity, higher probability for it to be a wave 1 or a wave A. So therefore, we are then looking for price to still move down. Also, we touched the 886 here, 886 here, that you pull from the low to this high or to this high. So probabilities were higher to take this low, which we did here. But then we got back into the range. So I actually, by the way, and the Koen setups people will know, I went short here because I knew, probability is high to take the low, and there's the potential for continuation down. The moment we got back in the range here, I closed at break even because I didn't see what I wanted to see. The plan didn't work. Then my next plan was the daily naked point of control for a short, which was shared in the Koen setups channel, as well as, of course, in Diamond setups update. But this is free. It's public. Koen setups channel. If you don't see it, go to the Koen's trades channel, and you'll see the steps. But yeah. So we were looking for that. course, by now, stop loss should be at least break even, if not a take profit one taken, but I just let it ride. See what happens. Timber Bombs. Starting company as first client, target is medium-sized company, so business that brings a new product to the market like every 4 years. Not enough to have our own development team. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe one day. Yeah, Riaz, thanks for your kind words. Happy to have you here. Right. So cheers, man. Going down hard. Yeah. Volume increasing, price moving down. Impulsive behavior. 106. Have we just hit the 618? Okay, let's have a look, shall we? So in the double 1-2 scenario, we take a trend-based SIP. Let me put this on. Let me put it on the chart as well. So we then take a trend-based SIP from the high of blue 2 to the end of white 1 to the end of white 2, and then we just hit the 1.618 now. Usually a minimum target for a wave 3. All right, price moving down, volume increasing, wait for a range to form. As long as there's no range, we look for downside. With regards to this one though, from the high to the low to the high, here so for blue, your 1.618 is actually below support, 66k, which would be for the blue wave 3. That would usually be your common target, minimum target. All right, wave 3 can extend a lot further, but yeah. Someone else said something about the golden pocket from 65.8. Oh, that's, yeah, but so you can of course pull a golden pocket from here to here. That's true, and it's always, golden pocket is always relevant, right? It's good to keep it in mind. The golden pocket in this case would be in confluence with a little bit of a support resistance area, which we hit, by the way. Looks like it. But yeah, it's something that I've mentioned in the videos, the support resistance area, not really the golden pocket. But the first area of support for me would be the blue box, where you have a bit more confluence, you have the range as well, right? And the volume levels of the range. I like horizontals, and a support resistance level is also a horizontal, confluence with the golden pocket, but it's not yet something I really pay attention to unless we're really gonna start a multi-hour range here. But at the moment we move down on increasing volume. So what a day. Anthony. Cheers, Mark. Thanks, man. Where did we expect to stop dropping? 67. Now that price is moving, we just wait for a range, because we have the potential here for 1, 2, 1, 2, and a 3 down. In that case, you're going to expect the impulse to continue for a while, right? And if you do get ranges, it's going to be shorter ranges, lower degree ranges. So it's going to be range drop, range drop, range drop. So unless we get a bigger range, right, at least a couple of hours, similar to what you have over here in this case, or what you have over here, we're short term, we're looking for lower until we get a decent range, right? So range like, and the range should give us a change in probabilities. So because if there is the potential for wave 3, but even also if you look for a wave C or if you look for a wave Y, it's very difficult to know where your C, Y, 3 is going to end, because if a wave Y usually ends on a wave C in a double zigzag or with a flat if it's not a triangle, those structures can extend. A wave C can end on a high amount of volume. Wave Y with an internal ABC can end on high volume. Wave 3 is a high volume move and can extend very far. So as I always say on the channel as well, we don't catch knives, we don't FOMO, we don't YOLO. We have a plan, we execute on the plan. So there's probably scalpers that can long these type of structures, but for me, with an Elliott Wave background, I need to wait for a range, and the range will give me all the information that I need. At the moment, we just move down. So there's no reason for me to switch my short that I have at the daily naked point of control to a long, because there's no range, no sign of strength. I'm just waiting patiently to see what price wants to do at the moment. Yeah. So waiting for a bounce, waiting for a range, and then take it from there pretty much. My counting just off slightly. But you had the good direction. No? That's most important. As you said, what's up, Christian, by the way? As you said, but tell you the shorts get wrecked soon too. It's always up, down, up, consolidate when American bullshit. Yeah, the market opened now, so it's open for almost 30 minutes. And yeah, just waiting for a range to form. Oh, my live chart. Yeah, that's because, so the reason my live chart was off is because I was busy working on videos, right? Explanation videos of the triangle is yet to come. I was actually working on this, but then I saw the volatility. So running flat video, regular flat, expanding flat, triple zigzag, double zigzag, normal zigzag, all of that stuff. So I was recording content, and I was putting all the structures on my chart, like ta, and then all the fibs and that sort of stuff. So that is why my chart sharing was off, was because I was working on that content. So yeah, it's on now though. 4 p.m. EST with the weekend coming up, sideways with small ups or downs looks to be the play. Yeah, the weekend, always has a higher probability of being a sideways corrective structure. So it will be an interesting break from the fall that we have as well. But I mean, it's only Thursday. We still have Friday. So let's see where we are by the end of Friday. We still have 1.5 days as well. But yeah, usually the weekend is a range. So sideways, small ups and downs, yeah. Potentially, of course, in an impulse down, could be a wave 4. If you're looking for the WXY, you could end wave Y and then start ranging to look back, for price to move up. But at the moment, high volume move down here. We can also chart the 618 of 303. Oh yeah. So with regards to the move to the downside, in an impulsive structure, if we are looking for a wave 3 here, right, high amount of volume, price moving down, we take a fib from the end of the latest 2 to the low. The moment price moves up and hits the 618, right, the probabilities, or actually a wave 4 is invalidated. So if you would be looking for, right, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 4 should not hit the 618. So the moment you hit the 618 here without having a 4 and then at least another 5, it reduces the probabilities for an impulse down, right? Increases the probabilities for more corrective structures. So yeah, it's an interesting level to keep on the chart. How do you determine support resistance? Yeah, so it's a bit of a personal choice, because the tools that I like to use might not be tools that other people like to use. So of course, the 70K daily naked point of control, I like to use volume levels. And by the way, if you don't know what a daily naked point of control is, you can go to the channel. It's a public video here, and you scroll down further, And then you have my 1 year ago, my beautiful thumbnail here, how to trade naked point of controls using volume profile and other tools. Daily, weekly, monthly levels here as well. CVD made a video about that as well, right? So that's where you get a bit more info about what it is, but and what I use. But there's probably going to be other people that had the same level here, but based on another way of analysis. Maybe they use certain fibs. You have a gap here as well, right? On the like here on the 50-minute, there's a bit of a gap here. But yeah, in my case, I determine preferably support resistance by using horizontals. So I like horizontal levels. Daily, like point of controls, value area high, value area low, volume profile related. Daily, weekly, monthly, which is time frame horizontals. That's the other video, right? This one here. So that is also something that I keep an eye on. Fibonacci, yeah, support resistance. Worry about false reversals, call all the donkey ETF news. Yeah, it is something to be aware of. But that is also where the bullish scenario plays a role. This one. So preferably, of course, your B is in here. And then you move down to your C or Y. Would be nice if we actually hit support. And that would be your bullish, no? Wave C, ending on a high amount of volume. Double zigzag. So we're still on the 4 hour. You know, you're still bullish and bearish. Still depends on lower time frame structures. We just need to wait for a range to give us clarity. Common target area for your wave Y, is the 1 to the 1.236, where we are now. 1.618 is an extension target for Y. So yeah, let's see what happens, no? Got the move to the downside. Now we simply observe. So that this is now preferred bullish scenario. Could probably remove this. And that one. This is your preferred bearish scenario. Oop. At least with the volume as well coming in. And that is why we wait for a range to form. Because that will give us all the information that we need is in the range. So for now we only did a support resistance flip here. Which hitting at least the volume level here would be nice. Oh. Hi Koen, this is bullish for the next couple of days, would you say? Wait for a range to form. We could also go into a wave 3 to much lower prices and get a bigger corrective structure back down into the 50s. So locally, where we are at the moment, on the 4-hour time frame, probabilities are neutral. Because it all depends on what we see here. Do we get continuation in a wave 3 to much lower levels and lose the support here that you see on the chart? Or are we going to bounce on support, like range for a significant amount of time, right? At least multiple hours by a bare minimum, and then find strength to move up by looking for proof of support and bullish structures at the low. Then we're going to be looking for the highs. But at the moment, we just fall. So we take it step by step. Next strong support, the next area of support is this blue box here, 67.50 to 66.2. We have a daily naked point of control in here again, as you can see as well. Attila, welcome, good morning. Anthony Cook, all depends where we land here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to hit new highs after this. Yeah, on the weekly time frame, probabilities remain higher for a continuation of the trend. Weekly time frame, right? We're now on the 50-minute. So playing it level by level. observing if we can see strength on the 15 minutes. And if we do, well, we're going to switch to bullish. But from the moment we made the high, the probabilities were highest constantly to move down. Bearish CVDs here, right? Move down, 886 touches in this range here. Take the low, price moves up, daily naked point of control, 886 touch here at the low as well. You know, it's all probabilities, but they haven't been in favor for price to move up. Constantly price moving down. For the ones that have been following the videos past couple of days, we'll know there on the 15 minute. Is there some news that has made it go down? I mean, of course, there's a mix. News might be an accelerator in a way, but you know, it's absorption of market longs, people selling, people getting liquidated, and some news might accelerate the structure. We do have the Ethereum ETF news coming, or you know, it's at least expected to be today. By you know, if I understand correctly, I don't really follow it myself, but I hear it from chat. So. I have a 3 fibs for potential Caesar Ys. Target area is hit, but the data at 67k. Possible ranging 67, 68. Yes. Well, preferably still look for this box hit 67k, and then you know, arguably that would be 66 to 68, I suppose. But yeah, you did now hit the target area for wave Y as well as. Yeah, in that case, your ABC, but stronger support would be a little bit lower. Anoop, US markets close Monday. What's the reason for dump? Yeah, it's what I explained just now. News is just an accelerator. Probabilities were higher to go down, and we go down. We knew it then before the news. It's just potentially an accelerator, but probabilities played out. People selling. Market longs being absorbed by limit shorts, liquidations. It's nice price action though. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe and give the guy a thumbs up. Cheers, Tim. Just 34 with 270 viewers. Cheers, Tim. We're at 59. You know, yay. Crazy potato. It's like any way forward to 618 validation. Time for that. It didn't click with a downwards impulse till now. Yeah, correct. I like the moment you get a high impulsive move, I like to put the 618 on. Of course, I have to move it down as price then moves down, but so far I didn't yet took this low. Cheers, Attila. What's up, Robot? How you doing? I want to learn Elliott Waves, not trading based on RSI. Now trading based on RSI and stochastic can work as well. Everyone has their own way of trading, their own way of analyzing the chart, but I just so happen to use Elliott Waves, you know, or I just so happen to use Elliott Waves in my analysis, and I like to share it with all of you. God, I love Elliott Waves. There were moments, though, in my Elliott Wave journey where I said, fuck, Elliott Waves, no way, shit. The ups and downs of studying Elliott Waves. Yeah. But yeah, want to learn? You know, start. In the description, there's if you open a description, you scroll down, there's a title, Elliott Wave Education, and there's a link there. It's free, like it's a free link, free public website, which is this one here, by the way. Funny enough, I have it open. So it's the second link, I believe, in the description below the title, Elliott Wave Education. This one is great. It's an amazing website to start your Elliott Wave journey. Right? So that would be you know, place number one. And then the book, Elliott Wave Principle of Frost and Pressure, is a nice to have. It's not necessarily a must have, but it's a nice to have if you like Elliott Waves. And the gold membership is the core stuff. And it's mainly about providing feedback as well. So people can learn stuff about Elliott Waves, but it's very much geared towards also giving feedback, and people can ask me questions and get direct feedback. That's the focus there in gold. TP1 for the short. That is based on your plan. In my case, my TP1 will only be the moment I see probabilities change. So the moment probabilities start to become higher to move towards longs, that's my TP1. So yeah. What back to 70s or down to 50s? Ashley? Long or short? Sorry? Oracle has spoken based on absolute zero information. She says long. So there you go, Tim. Back to trading after a 2-week long break. What's up, Dr. Daddy? Hopefully your first day of trading works out nicely for you. Dexter, 67.1k is your smaller wave 3 target. Yeah, but the bigger wave 3 target would be just below, right? 66k. So you could have your 3, sideways 4 on top of the daily naked point of control, move down in 5, hit the wave 3 target of blue, right? And then another 4 or 5 in an impulsive structure. And this is good. It is good. Volume does. Yeah, I agree. Have you checked the market falling off a cliff? Always keep your emotions in control, right? It's just some candles printed on your screen. The emotion we attach is usually because of the money, you know. But if you have a plan and a strategy and you execute on a plan or a strategy, it really helps with emotions. Price moving down, I mean, probabilities were higher to move down. Not surprised. Monday is a holiday in the US, Memorial Day, I see. Could we see 43k? Too early to say. We're at 68. So before we go to 43 or talk about 43, a lot needs to happen still. With your knowledge of probabilities and timeframes in Elliott Waves, you could trade options very well in the stock market. I actually never traded anything else than Bitcoin, interestingly. I don't really know options or that particular market. So maybe one day, but I'm very much focused on just trading Bitcoin. It gives enough. Elliott Waves also takes a lot of time. So less is more. Yeah, you can do an analysis on like 20 different alts and all that stuff, but less is more. With Elliott Waves, if you want to do a good analysis, right? Elliott Waves takes time. So for me, trading Bitcoin is all I need. I don't need anything else. Or anything else, yeah. This area is also retesting the previous highs of 2021, finding buyers here and getting back above 69k increase. We've been testing the highs of 69k. But we've of course already done that for weeks now. So this high for me now is completely irrelevant because we've already been ranging around this structure for so long. Also the high at 65k. So they don't, for me at least, they don't play a role anymore. I'm mainly focused on local price action here. And at the moment, the only support resistance area I keep an eye on is this wick. So pretty much filled the gap, but that's the support that for me is first area support resistance, and then we have the box here below. No bullish CVDs, at least not on the higher time frame. And on a 15 minutes, we need a lot more ranging. So I think that's an 886 now. Oh no, we wicked the low. Yeah. $200 difference. Yeah. Other charts, other price. Correct. Some charts will show difference, a different price level, but the analysis should be similar. 68.1. I mean, these are all pretty similar, so I don't know what Binance is up to at the moment. Why is there a $200 difference? All of these are less than $100 compared to the chart that I have here. Like a fib or trend. Yeah, 786 is also here. Daily is also here, and you have the previous range. So of course all the volume levels of the previous range are in this box as well. 67.5, the 2021 daily high on your chart. 67. The 2021 daily high. If it is, it's not something that I put on my chart consciously. Daily high, that's the all-time high, no? I mean, 69K. The finished daily structure would be here, 67,050. But I'm not doing anything with price action of 2 years ago. I'm with Elliott Waves, of course on the higher time frames when I analyze a monthly chart I do. But I'm very much an analyst that uses the local price action. That's why I like the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. And of course we also analyze the daily and that sort of stuff, yeah. Ok, longing it all then. I mean, look, she said it at the low, so at least we got a bit of a bounce. I know. Long or short t-shirts incoming. If I would do merch, I actually got a question from who is the guy? Ranako. I'm not sure if you're here, Ranako, but he saw the hoodie and the cap, and he was like, "Yo, is there a way to buy the hoodie and the cap?" And I'm like, "Not at the moment, right? Not yet, at least, but maybe one day in the future." So, Koens cap. And the Koens hoodie. I really like the hoodie though. The hoodie is amazing. And I like the embroidery on the caps. So it's pretty cool. It's embroidered in the cap. I actually wonder what it would look like if you embroidered on top of the cap, like 3D as they like to call it. Because with the cap, you see a little bit of like a little bit of tension in a way, if you know what I mean. It probably depends on the head as well, though. But yeah, experimenting. But these are very nice, great quality as well. It's from the brand Yupon. It's a great brand. Yeah. There will always be a trade. There's always a next trade. Your best trade is yet to come. What is happening? Price moving to the downside. Hi, I don't see this information on Discord. Go to the Koens Trades channel, which should be on the left-hand side, somewhere up. And there you'll see also the steps to go towards the Koens Setups channel. Trading Bitcoin is more than enough, I agree. Every time these big dumps happen, I just go from analyst to gambler. So from a psychology standpoint, this would be translated into FOMO probably. From analyst to gambler, price is moving, right? Volume increasing, impulsivity, not in a position, not having a plan. Price starts, shit, I'm missing out. Fear of missing out, right? So this would be a psychology problem, which you can tackle twofold, either by developing a plan or a strategy, which you know is effective and consistently profitable, and then you know you don't have to trade every move unless it's part of your plan. So if you did have a plan of shorting here, well, stick to the plan, go into a short. If this over here or the price action in this range was not part of the plan or whatever, you didn't see what you wanted to see based on your plan, yeah, you might miss this move, but what you're doing is you're being selective. You only trade you only take the trades that are part of your plan and accept the rules of your plan, and you execute on those. Those are your highest probability setups, your highest probability trades. You don't have to trade every move. You only need to trade the trades that your strategy tells you to take, right? So, and if there's no setup, there's no setup. but you got to trust the data. So if you have data about your strategy and your win rate is X, your RR is this and that, then you just got to execute on this. And it makes, like, having data, having a solid strategy based on data will really help with your emotions as well. Second, I recommend the book, The Mental Game of Trading. It gives you a system to work on your trading psychology as well. Link is in the description, by the way. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Optional data, you need to choose the time to TP and level up on entry. It's much harder to get right. You can't use all the new information. I've never actually even looked into options. What is your preference on a body or wick of a candle? Wicks. I always use wicks because, you know, there's also buying and selling going on in the wick. The only time I use the body is for the time frame horizontals, which is a support resistance level. But with CVD and stuff, I use wicks. When I pull fibs, I use the wicks as well. When and how to use fib time zone and trend fib time zone. I don't think I use the fib time zone. I do use the fib time. Fib time zone. Yeah, I don't use this tool myself. Interesting though. I do use the trend-based fib time. And that is used to compare wave structures with one another, right? So if you have a wave 1, a wave 2, and a wave 3, you take a fib time from the start of one to the end of one, right? And then you double click at the end of one. And if you do, you now compare wave 1 in time with your wave 2 in time, right? And then your wave 2, of course, needs to end preferably in a certain area. The 382 to the 4 would be max, but usually 382 to the 2. And you can also compare different structures. If you have a wave 4 and a 5, you take a fib time from the start of 2 to the end of 2 to the end of 3 to compare wave 2 with wave 4. And preferably your wave 4 is ending after the 1-to-1, as wave 4 more commonly is longer than wave 2. So what you do with fib time is there's 3 clicks, right? If I click here the first time and here the second time, I have now selected time-wise this structure in time, and I want to compare the time of the 2 clicks with a potential future piece of price action. So I'm going to compare this amount of time with whatever I am looking for. And then your third click is there because I want to compare this. The first 2 clicks is the selection of time, and the third click decides what you're going to compare. You're going to compare the price action after your third click with your first 2 clicks. So when you compare wave 1 with 2, click 1, click 2, and click 3 are here because you've selected wave 1 and you want to compare 1 with 2. So that is how you use fib time. And then, of course, it's about the experience with fib time and getting to know what is common and less common. I never thought I'd get this far in a few weeks. I'm going to just watch the short, concise tutorials now because I want to hurry and get to the strategy, CVD, and everything else in Diamond. Yeah, it's a lot of info, I know. But you're doing good, Crazy Potato. Never thought I'd get this far in a few weeks, but there you go. You're doing it. It's also about putting in the work, right? Like, it's one way to watch videos, make notes, go through exercises, but it's all about the implementation. It's actually about putting it on the chart. I only say that as I rather choose to use body for horizontal levels. Yeah, I like the bodies for time frame horizontals. That's when I use the bodies. Oracle is always right. Yeah, shorter maybe, at least. Okay, 1 second. Got to be quick here because I'm falling behind. How's the running train going? Used to run a lot, so work on faster times can take time. So I'm currently training my wife to run half a marathon in November in Nice, in the south of France. I have done a full marathon obstacle run last year, 17th of June. I did a 42-kilometer, 100-plus obstacle run in the Netherlands. And holy moly, it's the toughest thing I've ever done. So it's 42K, but with over 100 obstacles of climbing and pulling and whatever, like crazy. I was broken. But But now I'm training her, and the training is good. Yeah, she's improving her pace slowly. We do a lot of zone 2 training, and then also pace training. So a lot of the week is zone 2, and then once or twice a week we go into pace, and like faster pace. And it's all about creating a base till we go into more like longer, higher pace exercises, and how do you call it, like fast, slow, fast, slow. Of course, muscle is important as well, so got to do some calisthenics exercises in there as well. But yeah, we're doing good. I ran a 5K myself yesterday without my wife. She ran a new PB herself, and my PB on the 5 is 19:06, I think, and yesterday I ran 21 something. So yeah, it's good to sometimes have the fast like sessions in there, but yeah, we're doing good. What? So you used to do running, Mike, right? Let me know. What did you do? Like long runs, or is there underneath the current price in confluence with other support levels? Like, yeah. Oh, I answered that. Yeah. So there's a 786 in here, a daily in here, the previous range. Hi, on your naked point of control, is it time or volume? These are volume point of controls, the ones that you see. It's all volume. Is the 07 retracement a requirement or more like a guideline? In a WXY double combo, you can hit the 0.7. In a WXY sharp zigzag, right? In a sharp WXY, so a WXY double combo is a sideways structure. WXY. Perfectly fine for X to hit the 0.7 fib taken from the high to the low of W. In a sharp zigzag, WXY, with a zigzag in W and in Y, preferably your wave X is not touching the 07, because it will significantly reduce probabilities for a double zigzag. So it's a guideline. It's not a hard invalidation, but it has a big effect on the probabilities, and that is what we trade, right? We trade probabilities, yeah. For levels, point of controls, naked point of controls, I use TradingView indicator previous day and week ranges. Yeah, there's also one that I can recommend if you want to keep it simple and don't use volume profile yourself. Market Sessions and Volume Profile by Leviathan. So I don't use it myself because I use Atas templates in Discord. But you can see there's only a small difference. Here, this red line is your point of control of that day. My daily point of control is just a little bit higher. So, and you can change the settings here as well. Here the point of control is here, but mine on Atas was here. So that's a bit of a difference, right? Here the point of control is a bit higher on the indicator. But yeah, you can use volume profile. You can use an indicator. You can use Atas or ExoCharts, which is of course a bit more complex as that's an external software. I see a bullish flag pattern at the 4 hour. Yeah. Potential. I just wait for a local range to form. One good trade, 10 bad trades. Correct. Patience. Yeah. The longer you range, the more bullish it becomes. 3 of 3 would be the same length as 3 of 1. This one here. Yeah. Coinbase futures, dude. I'm going for it. If I use Blowfin, my fund's got to be resting at a stable coin. I don't really know what you mean, Crazy Potato. I am in the works of adding all the links and the partners and stuff. So there's going to be 4 on the channel very soon, and I will announce every one as well. Because and this is a trend, BingX is going to move towards KYC, which you see with most big platforms. Now I don't have a problem with that, but some people do. So there's going to be a non-KYC partner, and I've been talking there's a partner for people from the Netherlands, UK, and the US, which I already have. And today I spoke with a partner for spot trading in particular. So they want to do more with spot, and that is BingX, of course. It's the platform I use. BTCC for Dutch, UK, US customers. Blowfin for non-KYC. BTCC is also non-KYC, so BTCC and Blowfin are quite similar in a way. And then you have Bybit. They want to focus more on spot. And in the Netherlands, you can't trade futures anymore. So of course, people globally can still register to Bybit and trade futures. But I make sure I have different options for people with different preferences. And also depending on where they live, as you can't use every platform depending on your country. Cheers, Samuel. Always a pleasure. Thanks for popping in. Hard work is done for the day. Time to move stops and drink bourbon. Sorry to say, and I have to cut my 3-week trading vacation short, heading to Cairns on Monday to start a new project. Well, hopefully in those couple of days of trading, you had a nice successful time on the charts, which you can now use to enjoy life and then continue with the job, no? Learn Elliott Waves, it will open your mind. You think you are missing out. Focus on what kind of retracement we're having from the last impulse up to set your next trade up with good probabilities and conviction. That's correct. That's correct. It's all probabilities by the end of, in the end of the day. I used to do 2.5 kilometers in 7 minutes. 2.5. I've never really tracked the 2.5 as in how fast I am on a 2.5. Would need to check. 2.5, 5:14. That would be fast though. If you go for a 5K, it would be like 15 minutes. Watch and listen. I used to run marathons. I did one 50-mile ultra. Hardcore. Nice. 50-mile ultra. That's a big one. You get the naked point of controls from Atas? Yes. Templates are in Discord in the Good to Know channel. Martziki, exactly right. Whenever people prematurely FOMO in, that's when we have a retracement. Yeah, usually you buy or sell exactly at the wrong moment when you FOMO into stuff. What website do you use for your CVD? AGGR. This website is AGGR. It's in Discord as well. So if you scroll up, Good to Know channel, AGGR, one pager with all the information about CVD as well, and a link to the video, the CVD video that I made. It's public on the channel, by the way. And the template that I use is here as well. And the Atas link is here, and the Atas templates is there as well. RSI divergences. If you have a plan, yeah, I don't use RSI myself though. But what settings do you have on Atas? I use Webjotsu, but sometimes don't get all your levels. If I would need to open Atas and check all the settings, but if you have my templates, all the settings should be similar, especially if you use the Bybit chart, but you do have to go to the daily time frame. Right, so daily naked point of control, go to the daily time frame. For the weekly and monthly, you go to the daily time frame as well. So the daily is the time frame I use. I'm interested to, I don't really know why the levels wouldn't show up though. First go to the Koens Trades channel and then follow the steps in the Koens Trades channel. Link is in the description. I think it's the top links as well. Should I short or long a Bitcoin now? I mean, depends on your plan and your strategy. Now, because you asked this question, I know you don't have a plan or a strategy, which is not a problem. The problem is, however, asking the question to people online and not having confidence in yourself, because you'll never be long-term profitable by asking these questions to every influencer online or every trader online. So what I recommend is to build a plan. Now there are 6 steps that I recommend you to go through to build your plan. It's exactly the steps that I have taken in my career and that everyone in Diamond, because that's what Diamond is for, is going through as well to develop their plans, right? And also my strat is in there as well. So step number 1, get a notebook out. Step number 1 is try as many free tools as you can and build experience with the tools. So over here in TradingView, there's lots of tools on the left side. Use indicators, whatever is free, right? You don't need the paid stuff. Step 2 is find your favorite tools based on your experience and then collect data on the tools, right? So you get your Excel sheet out, you write down a statement, you have a couple of columns, and you track statistics on that particular tool. Step 3 is combine some of your favorite tools that have proven to have nice statistics and now track statistics and data on the combination of these tools. So if X, Y, and Z aligns, what happens, right? Track statistics. Now you're creating a real strategy. Step 4 is tweaking and adjusting. So you add something, you remove something, right? And you continue to track data to see if you can improve your win rate, your risk to reward ratio, other stuff. Step 5 is start trading your strategy with a low amount of money and work on trading psychology. And step 6, your cheers, Mark. Step 6 is increase your portfolio size slowly so you get used to bigger losses. If you follow these 6 steps, I swear you will never ask the question again. Because now you have a plan and you have a strategy that you have collected data on, that you have developed, you trust, and you know exactly what you're looking for. You know the entry rules, you know everything. It gives a lot of confidence. Does it take time? Yes. Most people quit step 2. They of course, they build experience with the tools just by being on TradingView, but they don't want to collect data. It's a lazy, or they maybe don't know they have to do it, or they buy a random indicator of $500 and hope that the green dot and the red dot is going to give them signals, so they skip the process of actually becoming a consistently profitable trader. Even if you buy that stuff, you still have to make a whole plan anyway. It's still going to be in confluence with other stuff. You still need data. But you just wasted $500 before even starting with step 2, and that's the problem. So, or even more. I don't even know how much that stuff is. So, yeah, build a plan, build a strat. Will it take time? Yes. It can take a month, very quick if that's the case. In my case, Elliott Waves took me about 2 years to really be comfortable. And the other strategy that I have, which is based on a lot of data, so that's the strategy that I use to go through all the steps, is my second strat. That one took about 1.5 years. Well, some people will have a simple strategy. It takes them a month or 3 months, but it's especially building experience, first of all, takes time, and then collecting data takes time. And it's boring, and it's not trading, it's not exciting. But are you in this market to be profitable consistently for like 5 to 10 years, or are you just gambling your money and hoping people answer the question, long or short, but you have no clue what you're doing? You only know there's a buy button and a sell button. So save your money, right? Put only a $50 or $100 on the platform, get the rest off, and go through the 6 steps. Maybe this move from the top on the 1 hour had a shortened wave 5 and ended 69,200. This one here, in that case, yes, could be a short wave 4 and a short wave 5, yeah. I like the market sessions and volume profile indicator on TradingView. Yes, that's the one I showed, yeah. I did, but there are no settings saved. Sometimes I have the same levels, but many are missing. No settings are saved. Oh, I would have to look into the template then. Interesting. That's odd. Yeah, it's literally the documents that come from my Atlas folder on the PC. Okay. I would need to look into this. Yeah. Interesting one. I wish Bitcoin take the bearish but bullish move. So far, it's already started ranging here, right? If this would be a very strong wave 3, it's we have a little bit of volume, but it's quite weak so far. I mean, we had more volume in the low here than we have in this move to the downside so far. So it's not too strong yet. The more ranging we're gonna do here, right, the more bullish it eventually is. But we need a lot more info, a bigger range. So currently at support, SR level, below daily naked point of control, which would be very interesting. And then observe what happens. Gulf Shores, a vacation guide, advice from a local. Yo, I'm curious. Go to channel. Now that is a name. Gulf Shores Vacation Guide. Advice from a local. The only crypto coin that... Publisher of Gulf Shores Vacation Guide. Advice from a local Gulf Shores. L resident. Wow. Looks pretty. Now that's an interesting YouTube name. Like username. I had to check. I had to check. Your plan is missing. Have fun and enjoy. Yeah, having fun and enjoying the process is part of every step. But also being part of a community does help, right? I mean, Discord, by the way, is free as well as Telegram. Everyone can just join. So it really helps having a community, people that support you in the process, some like people that you can share ideas with and get feedback from, and it's so important. Bearish CVD on the 3 minute. Yeah. It's not yet any significant range, but yeah, true. Lower highs on the 3 minute, higher highs on the CVD. Bearish CVD. Best thing to start is to learn how to find resistance and supports. Yes, that is one of the tools. I mean, in the end, that's exactly what we do. We can use many different tools to find support and resistance, but in the end, that's what we're looking for. But support and resistance can be translated into like simply candlesticks, right? Support resistance, like the white line here. Can also be Fibonacci, daily naked point of controls, volume profile, channel, speed fan, can be anything. Can be target areas from an Elliott Wave point of view. Corinne K, is the Diamond membership sign up through Patreon any different? No, it's the same. It's just that on YouTube, so YouTube, you can't actually put in the number yourself. Like they have a set price that you can only select from. So it's $99, I believe, while on Patreon it's 99 euros because I live in the Netherlands, so Patreon calculates in euros there. So that's the difference. I think actually on Patreon I might be able to put it to... Oh no, wait, YouTube is euros. Okay, wait. Patreon is dollars, YouTube is euros, I believe. So that's the difference. I don't know if I can put Patreon into euros as well. Might have to look. But I can't put YouTube into dollars because I'm from the Netherlands. So it's euros. Yeah. But yeah, there's no difference in the two except for dollar euro stuff. Tortuga, welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome. So yeah, we just took the low of the previous candle. Right here. Was about time. So bearish CVDs, as John also spotted. We actually, on a 15 minute, we took the low, but not yet here on the 3 minute. We're about to though. So we had some bearish CVDs here. We now touch the 886 as well. Increasing probabilities to sooner or later take out this low. Any move to the upside on the 3 minute has a higher probability of being a wave C or a wave Y, increasing the probabilities to sooner or later take that low. Sanjan, Karen K. Yo, welcome to the team, man. So you must have done it through Patreon, because in YouTube I would get a notification. But yo, Welcome, man. Welcome to the Diamond Squad. I'll make sure to check your email afterwards, right? koenztrading@outlook.com, and you should probably you have sent your YouTube username, Discord username, Telegram username, right? Almost my mic flying. But welcome. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the squad. There's a lot to learn because you have silver, gold, and diamond, of course. So silver is nothing to learn. That's the short-term updates. But gold is all the Elliott Wave stuff there, and mainly me giving feedback. And diamond is about plan, strategy. It's more trading psychology. It's very much focused on plan, making a plan. But welcome. I'm gonna reply to you after the live stream. Making sure I'll do that. 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not yet sure if tomorrow afternoon I'm going to be in an airplane or not. So because it's very spontaneous, just before the live stream, we got a message that my wife and I might need to go to the Maldives, out of all places. And it feels like need to go. Of course, it's partly holiday, but that's because we got invited last moment. So we're actually not sure if it's going to work out with flights and the villa and stuff. But if it does work out, I will fly tomorrow, but I will take my gear with me, and then I will record and live stream from the Maldives. So I'll be there, and I'll so just so you know. But they are currently checking if flights are good. It's just that is there still a place? Are there still villas free? Yes or no? Of course, I need one with Wi-Fi, but you have complimentary Wi-Fi there as well, because I want to continue making videos. I want to continue making live streams while I'm there. So I don't want to. I want to focus on the channel. I was already gone for a month in March because of the wedding and stuff in South Africa. So. With this current structure, I'm looking for 5 waves down to confirm an ABC. 3 waves, I would assume it's part of a bigger WXY. What would you say regarding this kick down? Let me read this again and look at the chart at the same time here. I'm looking for 5 waves down to confirm an ABC. A, B, oh wait, locally I guess, right? Crazy potato. So A, B, C, right? I guess that is what you're looking for in that case, right? A, B, C. Then your wave C has to be a 5-wave structure. That is correct. 3 waves, I would I think I'm confused. A, B, C needs to be a 5, 3, 5. 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, maybe that is what you're looking for. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that your C? 3 waves, I would assume it's part of a bigger WXY. So here you're looking still for another range and another drop in a 4 and a 5, while in the WXY 3-wave structure, A, B, C. WXY, double zigzag, find support, and instead of having a bigger range and move down again, you move up. In that case, you're absolutely correct. 100%. Yes. It's actually, by the way, a nice thought. I didn't just think like about an A, B, C here myself, got to say. So A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave C. Has potential. But then you do want to see a wave 4 that is at least similar in size compared to your 2. So you need a significant range to form. As long as we don't get that range, we're just going to go lower. For a 3-wave ABC, you of course eventually look for a range as well, but then a low to be made, maybe a short range, grab the lows, and then get some bullish market structure on the lower time frames. But at the moment, we just as long as price is not giving us at least a significant range, we just look for lower. Bearish CVD divergences have played out now as well. Lower highs on price, higher highs on the CVD, took the lows. But yeah, absolutely agree. Crazy potato. Very nice. So yeah, and with regards to the difference, it all depends on when we get that range. So that is also when price moves down impulsively. Waiting for a range to form will give us all the information we need, because then we know, okay, we dropped this far, so we can measure stuff. We can see the volume. We can observe the structures of the range, right? And that's how we can then get into probabilities again. Love and peace and Bitcoin from Germany. What's up, Detlev? We're neighbors. Wow, welcome from the Netherlands. Gotta go, headed to the beach. Not bad, not bad. Going to one of the Gulf shores. Enjoy the beach, man. Jen, gold is gold. Great lessons. Very helpful with expediting the learning process. Yeah, it's all, of course, aimed to increasing the time, making it quicker, but also helping people answer questions. And the rocks, come to India. Very nice place to visit. You can stay at my house. Yeah, India, I've never been there. Thanks for the invite, by the way. Never been to India yet. I never really got that close. I mean, I flew over India. I think the closest I've been must be when I was in China. Yeah, I've been in China, I've been in Taiwan, Middle East. I've been in the Middle East as well, so I guess that's closer. Still on the agenda, India. Such a big country though, like where do you even go? Gotta figure that out, gotta do research. Greetings from Delando. Wait, where is this? I'm not even sure. I may have actually researched this last time. Don't remember. Is this an island? The southwestern German state of Baden-Württemberg. So Deutschland. And yeah, some beer apparently there as well, coming from that area, it looks like. Enjoy the beers. Looks like a bear trap. Cool. Bear trap, yeah, potential. Depends, of course, on when we get the range, yeah. Most of the time you stream on a perfect moment. It just happens to be so often. I stream, of course, in the afternoon of Central European time zone. Somewhere in the afternoon. Usually it's around 2-3 p.m. Because that is where things might be volatile. 2:30 is always an interesting time. 3:30 is New York opening. And if I see any volatility on the chart, then I also tend to go live because I know, based on a poll in the past when the channel started, I know people enjoyed it if I'm live when there's volatility, so that we can talk over it and I can answer questions. So yeah, I guess I stream on perfect moments, but it's also partly planned that way. So if there's news, I tend to go live when there's news, like potential volatility. If I do see volatility, like today, I was actually doing some stuff, but I saw this candle down hitting the 886, taken from the low to the high. So I was like, okay, let's go live. Let's observe this. So, but it was in the time that I usually go live. So yeah, it's good timing. You can ride my KTM. Oh, would be a pleasure to. What KTM? You have what is it? The 1000? So I used to have the Yamaha R6 limited Rossi edition, 2010. It's not 1000, it's a 600. But in the country here in the Netherlands, having 1000 doesn't really add much. Like, there's lots of bumps and stuff. It's nice for the speed, but I like the 600, quick acceleration, and it's more like flowy. It's easier to move left and right because of the weight, of course. I am from Kolkata, East India. Wonder why Google Maps is dark. Oh, I see. Myanmar, Bangkok, Thailand. Recently, someone in the group was from Phuket. Phuket. Oh yeah, China. Okay, China is the closest I've been. Oh, you're close to the Sundarbans National Park. Yeah, maybe one day, man. Might visit. It's a big country. Gotta have a travel plan. Greetings from Argentina, other side of the world as well. What's up, Eugenio Costa Vernicos? Greetings from the Netherlands. Welcome. Good to have you here. B Channel, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? How's the hoodie? So B Channel received the Koens hoodie. So very nice. Why you want to know? For some reason my text is censored. Probably because of a certain word, either banned by YouTube, or if it is a word that scammers tend to use in comment sections and stuff, it will get banned as well. So it's probably a word thing. So you can write it again, but if there's words like profit, or I don't know if profit is even one of the words, but like the scammy type of words, like the words scammers always love to use, yeah, those are usually banned. ETH news time. By what chat says, it should be about 4 p.m. New York time, which in Central European time, I don't know, somewhere later tonight. Oh, you got a 390 Duke. That's nice in the cities, man. The Duke 390 is perfect. Basically 400. You don't need more, right? It's nice, small, it's fast enough, accelerates it like crazy. It has a lot of torque. That's the good thing. Kun is an alien. He wants to take us to the moon. Aliens are also fast in racing. Yeah, everyone to the moon, yo. Yeah, I do have a weakness for speed. I love speed. I love motorbikes, race cars, Formula One, racing games. I mean, that's I've been a professional racing esports player, Trackmania, yo, for 11 years. I'm from Sri Lanka, Funny Viral Center. Yeah, welcome. Can you give a quick analysis on eDo USDT? Analysis or the altcoin stream would be Sunday at least. Yeah, probably even if I am in the Maldives, I'll still do live streams. So yeah, it should be Sunday. SH News, Ethereum. We actually covered a little bit of ETH at the beginning of the stream, right after the Elliott Wave analysis of Bitcoin. I went over ETH for a bit. I don't know what the current status is, but I already covered ETH for a bit there. Yeah, nothing has changed to compared to what I said earlier. So I recommend to jump to the beginning of the live stream, probably around minute 30 or 25 or something, I would assume. So if you go to 13:30, like 15 minutes into the stream, and you click through the Bitcoin analysis, you will find ETH afterwards. 10 p.m. in the Netherlands for the ETF news. That's usually when the market closes. That's interesting. Bro, Bitcoin price, 67,669. Tim Johnson, I'm a data engineer analyst, and a lot of my team are from Mumbai, India. They say it's great to visit. I can imagine, because it's such a big country. Of course, you have the cities, but the nature must be nice as well, no? I love nature. I love parks, mountains, just being out in the wild. Crazy potato. Snooze till Asia. Yeah. Got a chopped up R80 BMW, a Scrabbler. That's nice. You customed it? Like chopped up? Answer that question. 1250 GSA, perfect for rough roads. Lots of pothole. 1250 GSA. What's that? Ah, nice. Oh, the 1250 GS. Oh, GSA. Okay, I see. I see. Oh, here we go, the GSA. Yeah, you can use that one with the potholes, no problem. Yeah, I did sell my racer, so the Yamaha. First of all, because we're gonna move to France, where I'm probably gonna be buying, so I'm interested in buying a touring bike. I need to do research on the different models and stuff. I'm not too tall. I'm 175. My wife, of course, on the back and some suitcases and stuff. So yeah, it is a type of bike that I'm keeping an eye on. You like racing? I'm into boxing and whatnot. Ramon Dekkers is a Dutch and Muay Thai boxer. Yeah, that's correct. Sometimes he's in the news. Rico Verhoeven is, of course, also in the fighting scene. Volume really decreasing on the 5 minutes. Yeah, we had an impulsive move down, but now we've been ranging and we've been going sideways here. So yeah, it's not as impulsive as you like to see for wave 3. So at the moment though, so that would increase the probabilities for price to be corrective to the downside in either the A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave C, or WX, ABC for Y. Now the 618 on the chart plays an important role, because if we hit the 618, it invalidates a wave 4, right? 1, 2, 3, highest amount of volume, 4, 5. In an impulse, you want at least another range, similar compared to your 2, and then another drop to the downside, creating a lower low on lower volume. But the moment you hit the 618, that is when a wave 4 is invalidated. So automatically the probabilities then increase for corrective structures. Or alternatively, we get a bigger range, a sideways structure, and based on the range, we can reanalyze the chart and get to the probabilities again. So far, even for a wave 4, we haven't even hit the 0.236. At least not with this candle to the upside. Maybe with this one, but yeah. So we have a small little 3-minute order block here. Oh, it's also a 5-minute. Okay, 5-minute order block. Between the 382 and the 05. Nice. Yeah. I do like target boxes to be hit though. Just like the daily naked point of control, being very patient. I don't mind a range. It will give us a clue though if we start ranging, like creating a bigger range. Oh, falling behind here. For your altcoin stream on Sunday, do you take suggestions? You have already had a plan on which altcoin? No, it's all suggestion based. So what we do is we do a voting, and then the top 5 will be analyzed for sure, and all the others go into a wheel of fortune, so that the ones with lower votes also have an opportunity to be analyzed. Yeah. Why you want to know? In your experience, will the current 15-minute price structure have probabilities to rebound as quick as it falls down? With news-related candles, if you have a quick move down, it can move up as quickly. But I would always still wait. Like a V-shaped recovery is simply very rare. Even if you do get a move to the upside, you would expect a retracement still, and then the retracement gives the opportunities for longs, really. But a V-shaped recovery pretty much only happens when you have a flat wave C and you go up for like you have your ABC, your wave C in a flat, very sharp, very quick, and then you move up in a wave 1, 2, continue, but then you still get your 2, right? So you're going to be waiting for that one. So then it's not a V shape. Yes, this section looks like a V shape, but then you get your retracement instead of direct continuation, which is very rare that happens. Also with a zigzag, by the way, 5, 3, 5, sharp move down in C, and then you get 1, 2, 3. You're like waiting for a range to form. That's from an Elliott Wave point of view is really important, and then the 2 gives you that range. But yes, price could move up or down as quick as it went the other way. Yeah. What's up, Ren Buffin? How you doing? Doda, you're super relaxed. Can't listen to some other YouTubers. They stress me out. Greetings from Switzerland. Yeah. I mean, it's personality, but also, used to the market, Price moves, so what? Have a plan, have a strat. We talk about what happens on the chart. Keep it technical. And then during chatting and Q&A, we go everywhere. We like motorbikes, countries, whatever. But Switzerland, beautiful country. In summer and in winter. In summer, of course, the hikes from hut to hut or in the mountains, the beautiful green mountains, snowy tops. In the winter, skiing and snowboarding. You picked yourself a nice country. Bro, Bitcoin next price? Waiting for a range to form, but I would say the probabilities for now remain higher to still look for the lower support area sooner or later. But a range will give us all the information we need to reanalyze the chart. So the fact that we have stopped the quick move to the downside and have gone sideways for at least a little bit would be at least throwing a little bit of probabilities into the 4-hour bullish scenario. But we need to wait for a bigger range here. So a bigger bounce, bigger range. So the probabilities, you joined of course now, but probabilities all this time as price moved down were higher to look for downside. If you go through the past couple of videos, you'll know. So here we had bearish CVD, higher to move down. 886 touch, higher to take the low. Took the low, 886 touch again, right? Higher to take the low sooner or later. So, and higher probabilities, this was a wave A or wave 1 for then a minimum of a 3-wave corrective structure. So now that price has moved, the probabilities played out, and we just observe what price wants to do again. No? So yeah. And now we are at support. Support resistance flip, very simple. Still have some volume levels here as well, and of course the previous range, a bit more structure. Fibs on the chart for potential wave 4. Touching the 618 over here. Probabilities increased that the move down was corrective, and therefore increased probabilities to move to the upside again, right? That we're looking for a 3-wave structure. Because the 618 invalidates a wave 4 for a potential 5-wave structure in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If wave 4 hits the 618, invalidates wave 4, increases the probabilities for price to sooner or later move back towards the upside. Doesn't have to go directly. We can continue this range for a long time, but it's just probabilities. For now, though, we're at 68. Still a bit of resistance above, right? 5-minute order block. So yeah, patience, waiting for a range. And if we do hit the 618, we know what happens with regards to the probabilities. If we get a bigger range here, we also know what it does with probabilities, because that would be more bullish if you get a bigger range here. So yeah. What could be the lowest today? Lowest today, I don't really think it would go below the target box here would be a low target, I suppose, for today. If price still gets there, the low might be in, of course, and then you continue ranging, that would be eventually more bullish. But if we do come down, then this is a support box, and then I would expect this to be the low. Have you been in Brazil? Not yet. Still on the agenda. I think the BTC ETF news came out after the markets closed too. Not sure though. Yeah, it was at night. Yes, that's correct. And it was a very boring night. Only the next day, price moved. Fully custom. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. The BMW R900 or 1300 are nice to ride. I'm gonna do my research. Honda Varadero, another one. Wait. Florianopolis. I don't know it. Tried myself, fucked it up hard. Had to pay big for a custom build for. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's not easy to do customized things yourself, right? Trial and error though. What will be the best entry point today for Bitcoin? Depends on your plan and strategy. Friends touring bikes are Yamaha T-Max scooters. Yeah, it's easy to get around in the city using those. But, well, I'm looking for something more like bigger, I suppose. I think Bitcoin on the I think BTC fourth wave complete, 1 hour, WXY. On the 1 hour. Oh, I see. Yeah, there is that potential. I used the 4 hour for that one. So you're talking about this. Yes, there is that potential. It looks very messy on the chart because I got all this stuff on. But yeah, possibly. WXY, ABC to end it with. Wouldn't mind hitting the daily naked point of control though. So at the moment we are still ranging. So I'm just being very patient. But yeah, I do have the box. I do like the boxes to be hit. Doesn't always happen. But this would be a better area of support. This is a simple support resistance area, which I did have on my chart. It's good to know about at least. But yes, the longer you're going to stick around here, the more bullish it is. What about a C volume-wise? I mean, C, of course, is an impulsive structure. So also in a wave C, you want to see a 5-wave move. Now, possibly your C, you could have your A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C. In a WXY, in wave Y, you look for A, B, C. Now, in that case, highest amount of volume was in the big candle. And you have 2 more candles here on lower volume. So you don't really have a clear like 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4, another drop in 5. But you already have volume declining at support. So seeing a bit of a bounce is not a surprise. But in my trading, I don't trade lows. I don't trade highs. I wait for ranges to form. I'm very patient. So yeah. And currently the 69.1k area is important. So especially if France is damp in the mornings, assuming you move to the south of France. Yes. Yeah, should be interesting. Many mountains there, and of course snowboarding pretty close as well, right? The Alps. Worldwide community, thank you so much for the free education. Pleasure, Leander Friedman. Always a pleasure. Keep it up. Keep learning, keep learning. This possible third wave down didn't hit the 1.618. True. True. So far, it's been a nice move, but for a double 1-2, it's very shallow. Yeah, so it increases the probabilities for more bullish scenarios, especially if we start to range here for longer or get a bounce to the 618. CAC W. More like, yeah, bearish CVD, but I only like to use CVD on the right side of a recent high or low. So in this case, I prefer to look at the CVD here. And at the moment, price moves up and CVD moves up. If, however, price makes a high and we retrace down and then create local bear CVD, that would be relevant to me. Yeah. So there are people here on YouTube, they talk so fast I can't even follow, like they are on something. Probably if you watch some of my videos, you might have the same opinion. Sometimes I can talk too quick. Bearish divergence on the 5. Yeah, so I explained the divergence there. Yeah, look on the right side. At the moment, there's no bearish CVD on the right side of the recent low. Price moves up, CVD moves up. In the middle, a triangle here, you mean? I wouldn't count this as a triangle here, at least. In the middle of the drop. Oh, here. There, maybe. Yeah, possibly. But in that case, a triangle would be wave B, C, X, Y, Z. So then this needs to be an extended fifth in that case. Oh, here. Or here. Yeah. We also struggle to get past the 1.618. That's correct. What's the data provider you use for BTC Perp? CVD divergence. I'm not sure if you talk about the trading platform. If that's the case, I trade BingX. Link is down below, but here it's AGGR, right? And then, of course, I have indicators, and then you can just download. You can go to the settings. So you can go to AGGR. You can download the template, and the blue line is the aggregated line. So that's many different platforms. And the yellow is Bybit because that's where I once started, even though I trade on BingX nowadays. So here you have AGGR link, my template down below, and more info about CVD plus the video, which is also on the home page of my channel. Yo, what's up, Papa Live? How you doing, man? He back. He's back. Florianopolis is sick. It's the best place ever. You need to visit that paradise. Have you been? I haven't been. Not yet, at least. MV Agusta F3? Nice. Yeah, the MV Agusta models are very nice. All the pipes, man. The pipes are crazy. But I haven't been. Yo, Papa, how you doing, man? Tim Johnson, I know you don't use it, but we got bullish divergences on the RSI, yeah. Yeah, I prefer to see it on the CVD eventually. So, and on the CVD, yeah. There's nothing yet on the CVD, neither on a 3-minute time frame. So we remain patient. The first sign of a potential bullish CVD is a green candle while CVD moves down. All right. So that is an in-candle bullish CVD if it closes like this, though. So you got to wait for the close. And it already plays out the moment you take then the high of the candle. But at the moment price moves up, CVD moves up. Yeah, casual, waiting for a range. Can you explain that CVD again, please? It does look to the right side of the recent high. Yeah, but it's the recent low in this case. So the recent high or low. So the bearish CVDs already played out. So this high had bearish CVDs, right? Lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. And these have played out. So now that the CVD played out with this high, I prefer to look on the price action on the right side of that recent low, and then I want to see bearish CVDs here. Instead of with this high, I want to see them on the right side of the recent low. This high already had one-time bearish CVDs, and the more often you have CVD divergences with the same pivot, the lower the probability of it playing out. I prefer to look on the right side of the recent low, and then look for bearish CVDs or bullish CVDs here. Little in-candle bullish CVD, by the way, right? Green candle, CVD moved down. We now took the high of the candle, so that played out. Triangle would be wave 4 of C extended 50. Yeah, exactly. That's how it currently counts on the 1 minute. Is it the bullish impulsive scenario still on the weekly? Yes. Gold price getting hammered also today. Gold, silver. The Oracle was right. I know. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. I mean, maybe I just should stop using Elliott Waves and just let my wife push the buttons. Like she can click buy sell. She knows what happens. So Oracle always right. Yes, correct, John. Downtrend line. No, it's the weekly time frame. Your invalidation is either 49.3K and the second one is 43.5K. So you have more than enough room still before hitting invalidations. Crazy Potato. Is CVD like Elliott Waves as far as time frames? Bearish, bullish CVD on higher time frame holds more merit. I haven't done it. No, actually it's the other way around. So with CVD divergences, CVD is best used on the lower time frames, 3, 5, 50 minute, 30 minute, right? Preferably below 1 hour. Because you can have a bullish CVD on a daily time frame, but if on the 15 minute, the 1 hour time frame, 30 minute time frame, you have consistently bearish CVD stacking up, these are the ones that are more important, the local price action, what is happening now. And it overrides the bullish CVDs on a daily. So that's why CVD is best used on the lower time frames and more locally compared to the higher time frames. You can use it on higher time frames. It's just that if you have a bullish CVD on the 4 hour, but on the 50 minute, you keep stacking bearish CVDs, those are more important. And you can invalidate the bullish CVDs on the 4 hour because of the 15 minute. You actually see this most often on the 15 minute and the 3 minute. So sometimes on a 50-minute time frame, you get a bounce, right? And you see bullish CVDs on a 15. But then people don't look at the 3 minute, and the move down has consistent 3 minute bearish CVDs, increasing probabilities to take the low. Even though bullish CVD says bullish, 3 minute keeps stacking bearish CVDs. And then these are more important. These have more weight. So you want to invalidate the 3 minute bearish CVDs, or you want to see those play out and then not see them come back. I have a free week starting Saturday. I need to dig into the Discord rabbit hole. There's a lot going on in Discord, especially in Bitcoin TA as well. Yeah, lots of info. Is open interest of any interest to you? I like the question. I don't use open interest myself. I have used it in the past, but it did not significantly increase win rate or anything. So it's just another tool. But keeping an eye on another tool also adds another burden, and it takes more time. So eventually I got rid of open interest. I don't use it in my trading. Yeah, I don't need it in the way I trade. Yeah. What's up, Pankai? 4-star strength. So I have asked before the other day how you work with news events, etc., playing a large part of breaking Elliott Wave plans and how to work with them. Can you go over an example showing the ETF news breaking? You mean today or the other day? So it's all probabilities. So maybe this was news driven, maybe not, but probabilities were higher to move down anyway, so we got to move down, right? And you can go to my videos. So we were actually live here, right? We were live here. Nothing happened. 1 second. Yeah, wifey on fire. Healthy chocolate pudding, right, babe? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, wifey keeps delivering on live stream. I think she knows what she's doing on the live streams. Yeah, exactly. So we were live here. Nothing really happened. But if you go back to the video, we had a resistance box here, one of my target boxes. And what I kept saying with the ETF coming and what I was looking for is a fake out to the upside, because people are going to be hyped, typical sell the news event, move up, people that are greedy, FOMO in, and then drag it down. From an Elliott Wave point of view, in this scenario, right, you have your 5 and then a correction, ABC. There is a potential for a flat. We kept an eye on it as well. So we had 2 scenarios looking for a wave 5 to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more spike up in a 5, hit the resistance and then move down. And we also had the potential for a flat, A, B, and then a 5 wave C. So it pretty much depends on this structure. But this structure eventually, it counts better as a 3 wave structure because of the ending. So, but that was what we were looking for. And we were looking for a move to the downside anyway. A typical buy and sell the news type of stuff, yeah. Which played out very nicely there. So we were looking to end a structure and see a retracement to the downside. I mean, you never know how volatile or how quick the retracement is going to be. You just know, like, okay, this is what we're looking for. But it, yeah, was a nice move. Like your plan stuff out and thinking we're on a wave C down, but then news like that break and your wave C concept goes to absolute shit. I don't see any reason why things went to shit here. It exactly played out like we planned. So I don't know where, like what area you're talking about, but probabilities are higher to move to the downside. Locally, we got to move to the downside. And then we're looking for either a wave 3 or we're looking for a potential C. With the alternative 1, 2, 3, looking for a range in 4, one more move in a 5. So different scenarios. The moment probabilities play out and we take the low, we observe the range, because you don't know if this is a C, a 3. You got to wait for a range to form. The moment you get the range, you'll figure it out. And also with the previous ETF news, played out to the T. Looking for a high, fake out. People buy because they are greedy and FOMO in. Looking for a retracement to the downside, observing the retracement step by step. Waiting for price to eventually find strength again. So, yeah. Elliott Waves is dynamic and it works out very nicely. So I have no idea what this section is because I don't recognize it. No, I don't do gold. Maybe in the altcoin analysis though. Maybe not clear enough. I'm saying, like, if you are counting anything and you think you are in a C and it's going the other way, news like that happens, it launches up. Yeah, but this is where preparation comes in. And experience as well. Like, so Elliott Waves in the beginning, when you're very new, Elliott Waves is very subjective because your skill is low. So subjectivity is high and skill is low. The higher your skill, the lower the subjectivity, because you'll have a better idea of probabilities and structures and you know. So yeah, most often news, you can have spiky moves, which, yeah, I don't really know the last time this happened, but sometimes news might not be easy to count, as in the news candle, but it fits the overall zoomed out structure that we're looking for. So for me, news is just an accelerator of what we are already looking for, right? So in this case, potentially this move down was driven by news, who knows? But we were looking anyway for price to move down because those were the probabilities from an Elliott Wave point of view. News might maybe accelerate something, but in the end, it's volume that moves price. It's people buying, selling. So maybe news comes out and then people buy or sell and then people get liquidated and all the good stuff. News might increase volatility, which eventually news is another term for people buying, selling. But all at the same time, which then moves price. So yeah, if you don't really know what's happening on a Pankai, right? I have no idea what you're saying. Second time, please speak English, and not whatever language this is. So if you don't know what's going on a lower time frame, right, because of certain structures, zoom out instead of zoom in. And then when you zoom out, things become clearer again and you wait for local price action to become more clear, and then you can go to the lower time frames again and start counting. But yeah, so far I've never had any problems with news in my Elliott Wave analysis. Well, as price is starting to range and I'm already live for 2.5 hours, holy moly, I think it is time for me to continue with the other stuff that I have planned for the day as well. A bit of a longer stream than I initially thought it would be, but it's been nice. It's been nice. Bit of a range going on now. So let's see what price does. But yeah, so far this move to the downside, it's been nice. We start a range already. It's quite early if we're thinking about a bigger wave 3 to the downside. So yeah, it puts a little bit of eggs in the basket for the 4-hour bullish scenarios, but we're going to keep an eye on it. I'll update or I'll provide another update video later today So this evening somewhere, see what happens. Because we thought we were in a, yeah, it's always evolving, and news, especially news generally moves in the direction we're looking for anyway. But then the moment probabilities locally play out and you break the range and you move, that is when you wait for a range to form, and then you'll know, oh, C, Y, 3. Just like here, probability is higher to move down. We got the move down. We wait for a range. Are we in a wave 3, wave C, wave Y? We wait for a range to form. We get a range now. This is quite early, right? Increases probabilities for more bullish scenarios on the higher time frames. But yeah, giving it some time, see what the range does. If we do hit the 618, increases probabilities that you have a finished 3-wave structure, or at least probabilities are going to be higher to sooner or later move up. Got a bit of resistance here as well, the blue box, 68.5 to 68.8K, 5-minute order block. Inside the 0.382 and the 0.5 taken from this high to that low. So yeah, everyone have a good day. Enjoy your morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you live in the world. And yeah, I'm going to catch you at the next live stream, which at the moment would still be tomorrow, unless I have to catch a plane, because it's not yet confirmed. Depends on the villas in the Maldives if I actually am going to be in an airplane or not. If I will be in an airplane, the next live stream will be Saturday afternoon after I landed in the Maldives. Yeah, Central European time. I always stream Central European time afternoon. So, and of course, if I go there, I'll take my all my gear with me. So, okay. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one. I'll catch you at the next video and the next live stream.